Picture this. You are sitting at a nice restaurant.
Oh, I already know where this is going.
You know the feeling, right? The lighting is like perfectly designed to look beautiful.
So romantic, very soft.
Yeah, but it is absolutely terrible for reading anything.
Oh my gosh, yes. You can't see a thing.
Exactly. And there is this low noise everywhere. People talking, glasses clinking, and everyone around you looks like they know exactly what they're doing.
Like they're totally in control.
Right. But then in your hands, you have this menu, and it doesn't feel like a simple list of food.
No, it feels like a heavy 10-page book.
Like a novel. You are staring at this huge menu, and you feel completely overwhelmed. Your stomach drops, and you realize you have absolutely no idea what to choose.
It is such a, lonely feeling.
Yes.
Because you are sitting with your friends or family, supposedly having a good time,
Mhm.
but inside your head, you are totally trapped.
Trapped by a list of vegetables and curries.
Exactly.
Ugh.
Paralyzed by words.
Yeah.
And the clock is ticking, right?
Oh, always.
You see the waiter walking around checking other tables, and you just know they're coming to your table next.
The pressure. It is so stressful. You are literally just trying to do a basic human thing, right? Like just feed yourself.
Yeah, just eat some dinner.
But suddenly it feels like you are taking a really difficult school exam and you forgot to study.
That is the perfect way to describe it.
We all just accept this, like, oh, this is just normal. This is what eating out is like. But today, in this deep dive, we are going to look really closely at that exact moment.
I'm really excited for this one.
Me too. We are unpacking the psychology of choice, why we freeze up, and we're using a really cool source for this.
Yeah, it's a very practical guide.
Exactly. It's an English learning module from a guide called The Savvy Diner. It's designed to teach people how to order food in English.
Right, which sounds so simple.
It does. But when you look closer at the phrases they teach, it is actually a secret blueprint.
A blueprint for how anyone can make decisions when they feel stressed.
Yes. It shows us how to cut through all that confusion, communicate better, and just build confidence in daily life. So whether you are learning English or you just hate staring at confusing menus, this deep dive is going to change how you order your next meal.
Absolutely.
Okay, let's unpack this. Because the very first problem this guide talks about is, well, the menu itself.
Right, the guide starts with a very relatable truth. You go to a restaurant, you look at the menu, and you realize, I don't know what to choose.
Because the menu is confusing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And what's fascinating here is that the guide normalizes this. It doesn't say, oh, you are stupid for not knowing.
Right, it doesn't blame the customer.
No, it validates that feeling. It's not just about not knowing the English words. It is about the overwhelming nature of too many choices.
Yeah, we always think it's our fault. Like, I'm a grown adult. I should be able to order a simple dinner.
But we forget that menus are actually designed to be a little tricky.
Wait, really?
Oh, yeah. Restaurants are businesses. They present you with a document that is designed to make you spend money, to show off their cooking, and honestly, to overwhelm you with options.
That makes so much sense. It's like trying to read a whole encyclopedia when you just want a small snack.
Haha, exactly.
But I mean, restaurants are supposed to be about hospitality, right? Making us feel good. So why make it so hard? I feel like the language we use to order food isn't even about getting the food anymore. It's just about, like, surviving the panic.
That is the exact tension right there. When you give a human brain too many choices, it doesn't make us happy.
No, it makes us stressed.
Right. There's a famous idea called the paradox of choice. When you have 50 things to choose from, your brain actually gets tired.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, making a decision burns energy. So when you look at a menu with 40 different dishes, your brain is working so hard just trying to put them into categories.
It's just information overload. Like, think about going to a fancy cafe. You just want a simple sandwich.
Just some bread and cheese.
Yes, but the menu has all these complicated words like artisan sourdough, organic farm-raised lettuce, and 5 different types of fancy sauces.
And you're just like, what is this?
I just want to eat. It really reminds me of buying a new mobile phone or a laptop.
Oh, that is a great example.
Right. You go to the store and there's a wall of details. RAM, processors, gigahertz.
And you just want to watch YouTube and send messages.
Exactly. You
Yeah.
don't know what you need anymore. The restaurant menu is exactly like that wall of tech details. It's too much.
It is too much for a normal Tuesday night. So our brains try to find a shortcut.
A shortcut? Like what?
Like finding a way to not make the decision ourselves. We want to give the heavy lifting to someone else.
Okay, yes. We shift the burden. And the most obvious way to do that is to ask the waiter for help.
Right. You stop trying to solve the puzzle, and you just ask the expert.
But the guy points out something really interesting here. There isn't just one way to ask the waiter.
No, there are two very different strategies.
Yeah, two distinct ways to get a recommendation. Let's look at the first one. Let's call it the direct approach.
Okay.
This is when you look at the waiter and use simple English phrases like, "What do you recommend?" or "What is your best dish?"
Right. And if we connect this to the bigger picture, when you use those exact phrases, you are trusting an authority.
You're treating the waiter like the boss of the menu.
Exactly. You are asking for their personal, subjective opinion. You assume that because they work there, they know the secret best thing to eat.
You were saying, "You are the captain, tell me what is amazing."
Yes.
But I have to be honest, I hate using the direct approach. It feels so risky to me.
Really, why?
Because what if the waiter's personal favorite is something I completely hate?
Oh, that happens all the time.
Like, what if they love bitter gourd, Corella, or some really weird fish dish? Now I am in a terrible situation.
You're trapped.
I asked for their best recommendation, and now I have to look them in the eye and say, "No, I don't want that." It feels so rude.
It does. It creates social friction. And there is another problem with this direct approach, too.
What's that?
In business, they call it the principal agent problem.
Oh, big words. What does that mean?
I'll keep it simple. It means the waiter's goals might not be the same as your goals.
Oh, I see.
You want the most delicious meal.
Uh,
But the waiter might recommend the chicken just because the kitchen needs to sell the chicken before it goes bad.
Wait, really? They do that?
Oh, absolutely. Or they might suggest the dish that makes the restaurant the most money. You just don't know their real motivation.
That is so true. You are blindly trusting someone who might just be doing their job.
Exactly. Which is why this guide teaches a second, much safer strategy.
Right, the social approach. I love this one.
Let's hear it.
Instead of asking for the waiter's personal favorite, you ask about the crowd. You use simple phrases like, "What is popular here?" or "What do people usually order?"
It's a huge shift in how we communicate.
It really is. It's like the real-life version of shopping online and sorting the items by most popular.
Or best-selling. You completely skip the expert, and you rely on social proof.
Social proof, like if everyone else is buying it, it must be good.
Exactly. It's human nature. When we are confused, we look at what other people are doing to feel safe by asking, what do people usually order?
Mm-hmm.
You are turning the waiter into like a data machine.
Uh-huh. Yeah, just give me the statistics.
Right. But wait, let me push back on this a little bit.
Okay, good.
If you ask what is popular, don't you just get the most boring food on the menu?
What do you mean?
Like if you go to a really amazing creative restaurant and you ask what's popular, people are probably just ordering a plain burger or basic fries. You're getting the safest, most average option.
Well, you are absolutely right. Social proof doesn't mean you get the most amazing, life-changing food.
Right.
But it guarantees safety. When you are staring at a confusing menu and your brain is tired, you aren't trying to have a magical food experience.
No, you just want to eat.
You just don't want to waste your money on something terrible. And the best part about the social approach is that it removes all the pressure.
How so?
Well, the waiter doesn't have to share their personal feelings. And if you say no to the popular dish, you aren't insulting the waiter. They are just the messenger.
That is so true. It keeps things very polite and easy.
So getting the recommendation is only step one.
Right.
The waiter says, "Our special today is the pasta." But you can't just nod and accept it immediately.
No, you have to filter it. And this is where the guide gets really practical. It shows how people forget to actually check if they will like the food.
Yeah, we get so relieved that someone finally made a choice for us, we just say, "Okay," without thinking.
Exactly. But the guide teaches us to define our sensory experience.
Sensory experience, meaning how it tastes and feels.
Right. You have to ask questions like, is it spicy?
Mm.
Is it sweet or salty? Or what does it taste like?
And the guide also teaches you how to state your own preferences.
Like saying, I prefer something light, or I like spicy food, or I want something healthy.
Yes, I look at this exactly like using filters on a shopping app or a travel app.
Oh, that's a good comparison.
If you want to book a hotel, you don't scroll through 5,000 hotels. That would melt your brain.
You'd never find anything.
You set filters, you click under $100, has a pool, free breakfast. You narrow down the options so your brain can handle it.
And saying, I prefer something light to the waiter is doing the exact same thing. You are applying a mental filter.
Exactly. It's so efficient.
And you are actually helping the waiter, too, By giving them boundaries, it makes it much easier for them to suggest something good. You are working together as a team.
But I have to point out a huge problem with asking questions like, is it spicy?
Really? What is it?
Taste is totally subjective, especially like in an Indian context.
Yes.
If I ask a waiter at a local place, is this curry spicy? And they say, no, it's mild. That tells me nothing.
Because they're mild, could still burn your mouth.
Exactly. A dish they think is mild might absolutely destroy me. So isn't asking, is it spicy, kind of useless?
Well, scientifically, yes.
Mm-hmm.
You won't get an exact measurement of spice.
Right.
But that's not the real reason we ask the question. The purpose of asking, is it spicy, is to start a conversation.
Oh, like a negotiation.
Exactly. The waiter says, no, it's mild, and then a confident English speaker will reply to check that baseline. They might say, mild like black pepper, or mild like green chili.
I love that. You are forcing them to clarify?
Yes. The text shows a simple dialogue. Is it spicy? No, it's mild. Okay, I'll try that. It's about setting shared definitions before you order.
You're calibrating, making sure you both mean the same thing.
Right. And it's all done with very short, simple English sentences. You don't need complicated grammar to do this.
No, just basic words.
Yeah.
But, here's where it gets really funny to me. The guide has this amazing fun moment section.
I love this part.
So we just learned all these cool phrases. What do you recommend? Is it spicy? I prefer something light.
We have all the tools.
But then the guide asks a very honest question. Do you actually try new food, or do you just order the same thing every time?
And the characters in the book admit they just order the same thing.
Every single time. And I am totally guilty of this.
Oh, me too.
I can read the whole menu, talk to the waiter for 10 minutes, and then say, actually, I'll just have the paneer tikka and garlic naan again.
The usual.
Always the usual. Why do we do this?
Well, this raises an important question. It's a psychological concept called loss aversion.
Loss aversion, meaning we don't want to lose.
Exactly. For human beings, the pain of losing something is twice as strong as the joy of getting something new.
Wow, really?
Yeah. So when you are at a restaurant, the pain of spending your hard-earned money on a bad meal feels terrible.
Oh, it really does. You sit there eating it, just feeling sad.
Right. And that fear is way stronger than the excitement of maybe finding a new favorite dish.
So the usual is just a safe bet.
Exactly. It's a guaranteed level of happiness. No risks.
But wait, if we are just going to order the usual anyway, why do we even care about learning all these new phrases?
That's a great point.
Like, why do we want to learn how to ask for new things if we are too scared to actually do it?
Because having the ability to ask changes how you feel.
How so?
Think about it like this. Imagine you are locked inside a room. The door is locked. You would feel trapped, right? Anxious, maybe a little panicked.
Definitely, I'd hate that.
Now imagine you are in the exact same room, sitting on the exact same chair. But the door is wide open.
Okay.
You might still choose to stay in the chair. You might not leave the room, but your feeling is completely different. You feel calm because you have the option to leave if you want to.
Oh, wow. That is such a good way to explain it.
Right. Having the vocabulary gives you an open door.
So ordering the same chicken dish isn't a defeat, it's a choice.
Exactly. You aren't ordering the usual because you are scared of the menu.
Mm-hmm.
You are ordering it because you consciously want it, and you know you could order something else if you felt like it.
That makes me feel a lot better about my life choices, honestly.
Me too.
It gives you a deep sense of security. And that brings us to the ultimate takeaway from this English guide.
Yes, the core message of the whole lesson.
The final thought in the text says, practice makes you confident. You don't need perfect English, just confidence.
It is so powerful.
It really is. The goal of learning phrases like what is popular here isn't to achieve perfect grammar.
No, nobody cares about your grammar when you're ordering a sandwich.
Exactly. The goal is just to participate in the experience without feeling paralyzed.
Perfectionism is actually the biggest barrier to communication. If you wait until your English is completely perfect before you speak, you will sit in silence forever.
So true. We think we have to sound like an expert food critic, but we don't.
The best communicators are not the ones with the biggest vocabulary. They are the ones who are comfortable saying, I don't know what this is, can you help me?
Yes. Confident vulnerability. I don't know this word. What do people usually order? It is such a simple, freeing phrase.
And the waiter just wants to help you. A simple question bridges the gap between your confusion and their knowledge.
So what does this all mean? We have covered a lot of ground today, analyzing what seems like a totally normal, everyday thing.
Yeah, just ordering dinner.
We started with that terrible feeling of staring at a confusing menu and freezing up.
And we learned how that abundance of choice actually drains our brain energy.
Right. Then we looked at how to shift that burden to the waiter. We compared the direct approach, asking the expert, against the social approach, which is just relying on what the crowd likes.
Which is usually much safer.
Way safer. Then we talked about setting mental filters, asking questions like, is it spicy? To calibrate with the waiter so you actually get what you want.
And finally, we realized that even if you just order the usual, having the confidence and the English phrases to ask questions gives you the power of choice.
You don't need perfect English, you just need confidence. Which leaves me with a final provocative thought for everyone listening.
Oh, I'm ready for this.
We spent this whole time talking about restaurants and food. But if the core lesson is that you can handle overwhelming choices just by asking a simple, targeted question, how does that apply to the rest of your life?
Because the world is full of confusing menus.
Exactly. The world is just one giant confusing menu. Choosing a career path, that's a confusing menu.
Buying a house, picking a hobby.
Deciding what to study in college, they're all just overwhelming lists of options where you feel like you don't know enough to make the perfect choice.
Yeah, you feel paralyzed.
So what if, instead of freezing up and trying to read the whole encyclopedia of life, you just use these exact same strategies?
I love that idea.
What if you found someone who has been there and casually used the social approach? Like, hey, I'm looking for a stable job. What do people usually do in my situation?
Or apply a filter. I need a career that lets me travel. What do you suggest?
Yes. If confident vulnerability and simple phrases can conquer the dinner table, they can definitely conquer the major decisions in our lives, too. So next time you are faced with a wall of impossible choices, whether it's a menu at a restaurant or a big life decision, what will you order?